Hello students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the Gauss law and we have proved that in the Gauss law by using the point charge distribution. So here we will see some more example of Gauss law for some symmetrical charge distribution. So the Gauss law can be used to determine E or dE for symmetrical charge distribution such as point charge, infinite line charge, infinite sheet charge and spherical distribution of charge. The Gauss law is also used to find the charge enclosed or flux passing through the closed surface. So now let us now consider how to use the Gauss law to calculate electric flux density ds. So therefore Q is equal to integration over closed surface ds dot ds. Now the solution will be very easy if we are able to choose a closed surface which satisfies the two conditions. One condition is ds is everywhere normal or tangential to the closed surface, so that ds dot ds becomes either ds or 0 respectively. Second condition is on that portion of closed surface for which ds dot ds is not 0, ds is constant. So these are the two conditions to be satisfied. If you are able to choose a closed surface, then we can find out the solution very easy. So if a point charge is there, the surface should be chosen as sphere. The line charge is there, the surface is chosen as cylinder. Okay, so previously we have proven the Gauss law using point charge, right? So that is, you have to consider these conditions. Now let us see, I have told you we can use the Gauss law to obtain the D and E. So let us see how we can obtain. First, from Gauss law you already know that Q is equal to integration over closed surface ds dot ds. So let us see how to find out D and E. So first step is identify D and its direction. Second step is identify ds. First step is D, second step is identify ds and direction normal to ds. Take a dot product of these two. Third step, choose the Gaussian surface. That is the fourth step. Integrate over a closed surface chosen as Gaussian surface, keeping D unknown as it is. Find the charge enclosed by Gaussian surface. Equate the charge Q to the integration obtained with D as unknown. Then determine D and express D with its direction, and then determine E, that is D divided by epsilon naught. So these are some 8 steps which are used to determine E and D due to Gauss's law. Now one of the example we will see here, that is line charge. So consider an infinite line charge of density rho L coulombs per meter lying along z axis from minus infinity to plus infinity, which is shown in the figure. Now consider the Gaussian surface as a right circular cylinder with the z axis as its axis and a radius rho as shown in the figure, and the length of cylinder is L. The flux density at any point on the surface is directed outwards radially, that is in the AR direction according to cylindrical coordinate system. The flux will direct outwards this cylindrical system. Now from the previous discussion of the uniform line charge, only radial component of D is present, that is D is equal to d rho a rho. The choice of the surface that fulfill the requirement is simple, a cylindrical surface. Now d rho is normal to the surface of cylinder. It may be then be closed by two plane surfaces normal to the z axis. So you can take, now you consider one of the differential element, differential surface area ds, which can be on the surface of the cylinder at a distance of rho from the line charge. Now, as the line charge is along z axis, there cannot be any component of D in the z direction. So D has only radial component. So therefore Q is equal to integration of surface ds dot ds. So integration over d rho sides, it is ds rho by rho is equal to rho dash plus ds for top dss dsz, where s is z is equal to L, and plus ds bottom dsz, where z is equal to 0. So there is need to be considered here ds and d value. D is nothing but d rho a rho, whereas ds is r d phi rho d phi dz ar. So therefore ds dot ds for top and ds dot ds for bottom is 0. Only it is considered due to radial component. So therefore d rho integration over z is equal to 0 to L, integration over phi is equal to 2 pi rho d phi dz. So for that you will get d rho 2 pi rho L. So d rho is equal to Q divided by 2 pi rho L. So we know that charge enclosed is rho L L. So therefore d rho is equal to rho L by 2 pi rho. To find E rho, divide it by epsilon naught is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho. So this is a flux density for infinite line charge over the z axis, and this is a electric field intensity over the infinite line charge over the z axis. So this is about the one of the application of Gauss law due to infinite line charge.